We agreed to alternate between our parents' homes, remember? I remind him, recalling the promise we made before tying the knot. If we go to your parents', it'll be stressful. I want to relax during the New Year celebration. James grimaces at my resentful look. How about this year you go to your parents alone, and Ava and I go to mine? I suggest, but James shakes his head. That's not going to work. The whole point of going is to be dutiful children. If you're not there, it defeats the purpose. You mean you need a housekeeper, don't you? I swallow those words, not wanting to create a hostile atmosphere in front of Ava. I'm Sophia, a working mom married to James for 4 years. We have a 3-year-old daughter named Ava, a late talker but adorable. Whenever we visit my in-laws, I'm the one stuck doing all the housework. James is usually out with his friends, not around to help. To make matters worse, Emma's family, who live nearby, always seem to visit at the same time. Even though they live nearby, they stay overnight, probably to dump the housework and childcare on me. Emma got married young and has 4 kids, all boys. The older 2 are in elementary school, and the younger ones are in daycare, with one still a baby. Neither Emma nor Angela lifts a finger when I'm around, so I'm running around all day doing chores. Why do I have to sacrifice my time so everyone else can enjoy their New Year celebration? I've actually been thinking about divorcing James, and I've had everything ready. The tipping point was a summer vacation 2 years ago. James left in the afternoon and didn't come back until late at night, leaving me worried. I wonder what happened, I muttered, and a tipsy Emma let it slip. He probably fell asleep. He's at Sarah's place, so he's fine. Emma confessed after I pressed her. According to her, Sarah is an old high school girlfriend, but they're just friends now. But to me, that doesn't sound like a just friends situation. At the time, our daughter was only 1, and the thought of becoming a single mom was daunting. So I hesitated before taking the divorce step. But each time we visit my in-laws and James goes out with his friends, it becomes unbearable. Eventually, I hired a private investigator and gathered evidence of his infidelity. With the evidence in hand, I consulted a lawyer and explained the situation to my parents, planning to move closer to them after the divorce. Diligently, I began preparing for the transition, searching for a new place to live, job opportunities, and childcare for Ava. This visit to my in-laws would likely be the last. That's what I was thinking as we arrived on the day of our departure. Due to work commitments, we got there on the 31st, navigating through jam-packed highways. As soon as we arrived, Angela wasted no time. "Could you make lunch right away?" she demanded. Still holding our travel bags, frozen in place, I heard her directive. "Just make something simple," she added before swiftly retreating to the living room. I was prepared for this, but it still stung. I stowed our bags in a corner of the living room, turned on a device, and donned my apron. I should have turned it on sooner, I thought to myself as I quickly prepared a variety of dishes. But just as I was about to sit down to eat, Emma whisked my plate away. "I'm breastfeeding, so I need to eat a lot. I'll take Sophia's portion too," she declared, and before I knew it, all the food I prepared was gone. But that was my portion. When people are too shocked, words often fail them. I could barely muster a complaint. James, who had finished eating, chimed in. "Sophia, it's fine to skip a meal once in a while," siding with Emma. She quickly started eating my portion, adding, "Exactly. Oh, the baby's crying. Can you hold him?" she said, pointing at the baby while chewing her food. Meanwhile, Angela urged, "Come on, Sophia, hold the baby." My in-laws were watching TV, sipping coffee, and James was lounging around. I hadn't sat down since we arrived. As I walked around holding the fussy, sleepy baby, David yelled, "I can't hear the TV. Take the baby outside until he falls asleep." Finally, when the baby did fall asleep, Angela summoned me to wash the dishes and then go shopping. The catch? We have to pay for everything, and they even request high-end ingredients and pantry staples. With all these adults around, no one helped clean up. I've been treated more and more like a housekeeper each year, and I couldn't help but give a dry laugh. That's when Emma dropped a bombshell. Great, we've eaten, so we're going to the countdown. Take care of the 4 kids, will you? As Emma was about to head out, I hurriedly stopped her. Wait, you mean the New Year's countdown? You're leaving now? It was just past 2:00 p.m. Yeah, the venue is a bit far, and we don't want to lose a parking spot. Plus, we don't want the kids to find out, she explained. No wonder Maddie, who had been fiddling with his phone, was gone. Emma and her husband wanted to go out without the kids. I have to go shopping. Please wait until I get back, I pleaded. The moms are here, so it's fine. Emma reassured me. Just when I thought it might be okay, Angela said something outrageous. Oh, David and I are invited to a neighbor's place. David already left, and I'm leaving soon, so Sophia, please do a thorough cleaning before we get back. Even my in-laws were leaving me stunned. I didn't know what to say. But Emma suggested, why don't you take the kids shopping? I was shocked and replied, my car can't fit 5 kids, and we don't even have enough car seats. Just have the older ones hold the younger ones. That's what we always do, she said casually. It struck me then. Their car was also a 5-seater. Could it be they don't use car seats? I was too scared to ask. Or you could leave the baby since he's asleep. If you hurry, he'll be fine, Emma added. I can't leave a baby alone, and I have multiple stops to make, I protested. As I insisted, Angela became furious. Come on, Sophia, stop complaining. Emma is usually tired from taking care of the kids. Let her relax for once, she retorted. Then, Angela, please stay and watch the kids, I countered. I can't. I've already made plans with the neighbors, and my knee hurts, so I can't take care of the kids. Angela easily deflected, even when I pushed back. Then James stepped in, wearing a coat as if he's going somewhere. Hey, Emma, can you ask Sophia for a favor? He requested, but it seemed impossible. James, can you at least watch them while I go shopping? I'm going with them, so I can't, Emma replied. My mind went blank at James's words. What was decided from the start that the 3 of them are going? What about Ava and me and Emma's kids? As I fired off questions, James got annoyed. Stop nagging. Just do the housework, Sophia. That's what a daughter-in-law is supposed to do, he said dismissively. I was about to explode with anger. Maybe I'd been too patient all this time. Just as I was about to yell, Emma's kids, Michael and Thomas, came in. Are the moms going somewhere? We want to go too. It's not fair. Let's all go, they protested. They must have figured out their parents were going somewhere and started making a fuss. Good, keep it up, I muttered to myself. The kids continued. Why don't we all go? I suggested with a smile. James and the others exchanged glances, but then James slipped up in frustration. No, it's supposed to be a double date, he admitted. A date? I couldn't help but ask. Wait, you idiot. Emma hurriedly smacked James on the head, but it was too late. A double date? I'm James's wife. Do you know who James's date is? Is it that Sarah person? My voice dropped in the room, and the room fell silent, even the kids. Perhaps shocked, James becomes defiant. So what if I have female friends? Are you saying you won't allow me to have friends of the opposite sex now that we're married? He retorts. Don't change the subject, Emma. You knew about this, didn't you? I ask in a low voice. Angela and Emma exchange glances. Angela murmurs, I found out because James told me. He can't come back here because he can't have a successor, and she's against living together with him. In that case, wouldn't it be better to remarry someone you know from the local area? She continues. So you're all condoning this affair. For the record, it's James who doesn't want to move back because it's more convenient in the city. Don't blame me, I snap. Something inside me snaps. The kids quietly slip away, leaving Angela, Emma, James, and me. I was about to spill everything when Angela clasps her hands, signaling the end of the discussion. Let's stop this. It's New Year's. Let's enjoy it as planned, Angela says before leaving with Emma. Sophia, let's just drop it, okay? I'm really looking forward to the countdown event and want to get going. Emma tries to leave as if nothing happened, but I won't let her. Emma, either take the kids with you or cancel your plans. I absolutely can't and won't take care of them. I made myself clear, I assert. Angela bursts in anger. What are you saying? You and Emma are different. You're just a daughter-in-law, while Emma is blood family. Let her enjoy the New Year's celebration. So the truth comes out. I suspected this was how they saw me, but hearing it directly is something else. So you're saying I'm an outsider? Of course, you're just a daughter-in-law. You're not family. Angela repeats herself when I ask for clarification. Then I'll go to my parents' house. If Angela sees me as a stranger, then Emma is too. I can't take responsibility for someone else's kids. I state firmly. Angela is at a loss for words, caught off guard. Hey, Sophia, what are you saying to Mom? James yells. But it's so off the mark it's infuriating. James, aren't you bothered by what Mom said? She called me an outsider, I retort. Well, you are a daughter-in-law. Unbelievable. What about Ava? Ava is my daughter, my blood family. So even though Ava is your blood family and I'm her mother, I'm not family? What am I then? Your housekeeper. I say, hitting the nail on the head. Hey, watch your language. James interjects. No, I hit the nail on the head, but your housekeeper is resigning. I'm filing for divorce and will be seeking alimony from both you and your affair partner, Sarah. I declare boldly. Saying the word divorce feels liberating. James is shocked, yelling, Why divorce all of a sudden? Emma adds, Don't talk about divorce over something like this. It's New Year's Eve. Stop joking. Angela doesn't seem to think I'm serious. Just then, Ava comes in and quietly says, Let's go, Mom. She tries to pull me outside. She was quietly playing in the living room earlier, but it seems she's worried about me after hearing our argument. That settles it for me. I pick up Ava. Let's go to Mommy's house, I say, and Ava hugs me tightly. Fortunately, our bags are still unpacked, sitting in a corner of the living room. I grab one. Wait, if you don't watch the kids, we can't go to the countdown event. We were really looking forward to it. Emma persists, pushing her agenda. I'm a stranger, remember. I'm going back to my family now. But that's inconvenient for me. We've already booked expensive seats for the event, thinking you'd watch the kids. It's too late to cancel now. If you're going to divorce, do it after the New Year celebration. Emma, I reply calmly. Are you saying the event is more important than my divorce? James looks dumbfounded, which I find oddly amusing. James, take the train back, I say, dropping the line and grabbing the car keys. We'll discuss the details of the divorce through lawyers. Oh, and by the way, I've recorded our entire conversation. I add, pulling out a voice recorder from my pocket. Family-wide cheating and emotional abuse. This will make excellent evidence, I say with a grin. What do you mean recording? Emma, Angela, and James look stunned, their faces blank. Before the New Year's countdown, the countdown to divorce was already ticking. I think I had the best smile ever, leaving behind my in-laws, who turned pale upon grasping the situation. Ava and I get into the car. I hear a chorus of apologies and curses behind me, but they quickly fade away. After driving for a while, I pull over at a convenience store and call my parents. They're shocked by the news, but furious with my in-laws once they hear the story. Come right away, they say. What happened next? James and I got divorced. I had prepared well, so it was straightforward. I planned to get custody of Ava, and James quickly agreed. He probably planned to remarry his affair partner. However, she dumped him, saying she didn't want to be treated like a housekeeper in his home. She knew how I had been treated for years, and coupled with the alimony I claimed, probably wanted to cut ties. After that day, it seems the neighbors heard Angela, Emma, and James yelling and started rumors that it was a terrible household for a daughter-in-law. James called me, begging to get back together, but I flatly refused. Serves him right. Angela, meanwhile, ended up with a slipped disc after Emma begged her to take care of the kids in my absence. David had to do household chores. He's not good at making the atmosphere at home tense. Emma and her husband got caught by the police for not having their children in car seats. It was right after the countdown event, and they were under the influence. Making matters worse, the neighborhood is buzzing with stories about the family's mistreatment of me and Emma's run-in with the law, making life uncomfortable for my former in-laws, all their own doing. As for me, life after divorce is going smoothly, partly because I had prepared in advance. I was worried about the impact of the divorce on Ava, but we're enjoying calmer days than I expected. Ava is smiling and talking more than before. Everything is moving in a positive direction, and I'm relieved. I want to protect Ava's smiles and spend each day doing just that.